Today I'm going to be talking about project cars running on the GPD Win 2, essentially what Gran Turismo on the PSVita could have been. As with many of my videos, I'm going to take you back on memory lane. I was on holidays in the US and I bought my PSP. It was actually very close to the actual launch date, and I bought a bunch of games. I couldn't believe that such a small device could run games that look very similar to the PS2. That to me, in all honesty, was mind-blowing. The one game that I was truly wishing for was a portable version for Gran Turismo. Finally, the game came out. I bought it without even waiting for the initial reviews. As it turns out, it was a bit of a watered-down version of the game. It did provide you with thrills, but in the end, it left you feeling empty and waiting for more. When the PSVita was announced, I thought, with those specs and that screen, maybe this time we get a true version of Gran Turismo that actually has a career mode for portable. So I bought my PSVita about 3 weeks after launch, and Gran Turismo for the Vita never came. Then the Switch came out, and even though Gran Turismo is a PlayStation only title, I thought maybe we get a good racing sim game on the Switch. So I bought the Switch about 2 weeks after launch, and I'm still waiting for that game. So imagine my surprise when I installed Project Cars on my GPD Win 2 and it actually runs surprisingly well. I finally found my racing game. I finally found what Gran Turismo on portable should have been. This is not a review of Project Cars, as there are many of those on YouTube. I do, however, want to show you through this video how the game runs at native resolution, so 1280 by 720, and at the same resolution of the PSVita, 960 by 544. The real difference with both resolutions can be noticed in the car's dashboard. Everything else looks exactly as good, and by dropping to the PSVita resolution, you get a lot better performance. And in all honesty, you get a lot less stutter and input lag. I just want to highlight a couple of amazing things this game has. So first is the physics. Not really sure if the physics engine is better than Gran Turismo, but they do make the game challenging and very, very enjoyable. Number 2 is the tracks. The realism is amongst the best ones. Number 3 is the sound. This is definitely a lot better than Gran Turismo. The engine sounds are exceptional. Number 4 is the helmet cam, which is what I'm using right now, and this to me is one of the best features for this game. It really helps convey the sense of speed and the vehicle movement on the track. And finally, which you'll get a chance to see in a little bit, is the tunnel vision. This one goes in hand with the helmet view. As you go faster, you get a tunnel vision. If you brake hard, you also get blurriness. The combination of these last two things is what makes Project Cars a special racing sim, at least for me. By the way, not sure if you heard it, but there was a low-level hum. That's the GPD Win 2's vibrating motor, which in all honesty does a very good job at replicating the similar sensation that you would get from the controller for any of the other consoles. In this section I want to show you the performance of the GPD Win 2. running at its native resolution of 1280 by 720 plus 9 AI cars on the track as well. At this point, you can start noticing that performance is not really that great, and you can see every now and then a couple of stutters on screen. Although you'll have to admit that this game looks amazing in its portable form, and has now become one of my top games to play on my GPD Win 2. Now in this section I want to show you the performance of the GPD Win 2 using the PSVita's native resolution of 960 by 544. As you'll see along in the video, you'll notice that there is a lot less stutter. Actually, I couldn't detect any stutter, and overall it's running extremely smooth. And on top of that, I honestly cannot tell the difference between both resolutions. At least not while racing. Let's just pretend that never happened.
Remember, the first lap is our best chance to make up some places. Let's do a few people off the line and head into the first corner in a good, clean position.
At this point, I just want to say thank you to the GPD team for making my dream of true portable racing sim a reality. It took 9 years, but it's here. I think I now have found my substitute for Gran Turismo Portable. I know this was a very long video, longer than the ones I usually make, so if you stayed all the way to the end, thank you. Really appreciate it. And to give you some closing stats, when I started recording the video I had 96% of the battery. I've been playing for about 1 hour and 32 minutes and the battery has gone down to 60%. This is running an 8 watt TDP and 50% brightness. Okay, this is it for today. Thanks for watching, and let me know if there's anything specific you want to see in a future video. Subscribe and share if you liked the video. If you didn't, let me know why and I'll try to address it in an upcoming video. Thanks again.